Now, the system that I use is just something that you could plug into your practice regardless of what kind of treatment you do, regardless of what kind of philosophy you have, how often you see your patients. All of the stuff that I do, you can take little pieces of it and plug it right into your practice and hopefully increase the amount of tools that you have to make your patients better, better patient education, better patient communication, which increases referrals, also increases patient retention. We love that. And just get them better all around, head to toe, literally. What I do is, I call it the AART of chiropractic. It's the art of chiropractic, or the art of chiropractic, if you want to be silly about it. First, we assess. We figure out exactly what's going on with their body. We're going to assess it in reference to gravity, because that gives us the most information. Most people have gravity on their body 24/7, and so it's a good idea for us to figure out where those pulls and pushes are. The second part of it is the adjustment, and the adjustment's going to relate directly back to the assessment. So the nice thing about the system that I am going to show you guys is that every single time you assess a joint, a lot of times you can adjust that joint in that exact same position so that you don't have to move your patient around, do a bunch of assessments, and then do a bunch of adjustments. When you assess and adjust immediately, your patient relates that assessment specifically to that adjustment and specifically to the result. And so by following that system, the patient better understands that that adjustment right there was from that assessment, and then that's why I feel better. As opposed to taking them through a full range of motion separately and then laying them on the table, they don't really connect what the range of motion meant with what happened on the table, with why when they're done on the table they stood up and felt better. And I like to really tie those in so that patients understand exactly what's going on in their body the entire time. So after you assess and you adjust right there on the spot, then you're going to rehabilitate. And in order to tie the rehabilitation back with the assessment and the adjustment, you're going to use the same word, explaining to them that when you adjusted, it was to push everything forward, and that the rehabilitation exercise is also to continue that movement, so they don't have to keep getting adjusted over and over again. Their body can start to figure out that movement on its own. The very last piece is, of course, teach, which ties into each one of those pieces. So you're going to teach your patient, what to expect. You're going to teach them that really whatever big bag diagnosis they came in with probably isn't that big of a deal. If it's biomechanical and we address it, we can absolutely fix it. That's no problem. So you take their big bad scary fear, shrink it down to a little tiny fear, they put it up on their bookshelf and they can look at it occasionally, but really it's not going to affect their life like it has been. And then educating them as to what the adjustment is doing, what the assessment is that you're seeing, and what the rehabilitation will do to maintain what you just did in your adjustment, and how they are all married together and how they all support each other.